As we honor those who have served in our military this Veterans Day, we must also recognize the sacrifices these individuals have made for our country. For many veterans, their service can also impact their health, since veterans are twice likely to develop ALS or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis compared to those who haven't served in the military. With me today is U.S. Air Force veteran Juan Reyes, who's living with ALS and helping to spread awareness of this devastating disease. He also will share his personal story and how we can support the ALS community. Juan is joined by his wife and primary caregiver, Meg Reyes. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Now, first, Juan, please share your personal story with us as a veteran living with ALS.
I'd love to. My ALS journey began initially with weakness and muscle loss in my left hand. It quickly transitioned to my right hand. By the time I was diagnosed, a year and a half later, I was already having difficulty walking. And although it was devastating to receive the diagnosis, I have actually been living with ALS for 7 years now. And as such, I wanted to lend my voice to advocacy and generate awareness and understanding of ALS. And so I'm proud to partner with MTPA in helping us share our journey with others. We are often asked about treatments and information about ALS. And so I share with them radicava.com, which is a site that offers information not just on ALS itself, but treatment options. And so we're out sharing our story with others.
Thank you so much for doing so too. And also thank you for your service to our country. Now, what would you like for fellow veterans to know about ALS?
Well, as difficult and challenging as it is to live with ALS, because it does take so many of your physical abilities, I want them to know that there's still plenty of life to be enjoyed and to live every moment as best they can. My wife and I are traveling the U.S., sharing our story and meeting other ALS patients. And we're doing it in an RV, having a blast, sharing our story, and checking off bucket list items for our life. But veterans can also go to radicava.com, and my wife will speak about sharing stories for persons living with ALS being treated with radicava.
Yes, it sounds like you're taking, this health diagnosis is turning into a beautiful journey for you both. That's wonderful. Now, Meg, tell us, what is it like for you, not only being his wife, but his primary caregiver as well? What would you like to share for others who may be a caregiver of a veteran living with ALS?
Well, there's a couple of things. Juan and I have been married 33 years, so it was difficult seeing him progress to the point where he's at today. But that didn't stop us. We wanted to do our bucket list. We wanted to go out and travel. So this has been kind of a respite for me, getting away from home, but yet I'm caring for him 24/7. So I have to take my own advice at times when I give other caregivers and say, hey, you need to have time to care for yourself, because you can't care for your patient if you can't take care of yourself. So I always recommend that they find ways to get respite. The other thing I recommend is that they it's a cathartic process. Sharing your story can be cathartic, just basically talking to other individuals. So we recommend that not only do they go to radicava.com, because I get asked a lot of time what kind of treatments there are. So we talk about Radicava, which is what Juan's on, and it can be intravenous or oral. And we also recommend that they talk to their doctor because not everybody's eligible for it with respect to potential side effects like bruising or headaches, or the fact that they could have a hypersensitivity or allergic reaction. So Radicava.com is what you would want to share with your doctor. And also it'll talk about ALS, and it also talks about the treatment plan. But as I said, sharing your story, it can be cathartic. And so one of the things that we also recommend to caregivers and patients is to go to shareyouralsstory.com. And that way you're sharing your journey and others can connect with you and also resonate with what you're going through, because ALS progresses differently. And with a caregiver, you never know from day to day if their stability of where they are today might change tomorrow. So it's that flexibility that you need to have as a caregiver. And it can be exhausting, but it can also be so rewarding meeting other people that have ALS and just sharing with them.
Yes, absolutely. It's great to have a community to help you feel supported during those times. Before I share the website, I just want to congratulate the two of you on 33 years of marriage. That's wonderful. And for more information, I just want to let everyone know that you can go to shareyouralsstory.com for more inspiring stories like Juan and Meg, as well as to find additional information on ALS, especially for veterans. I want to thank both of you, Meg and Juan, for joining me today. Again, congratulations on your beautiful journey, and I wish you the best ahead. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having us.